And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the cover. To get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Fuller. He's past the 30. Breaks into the open. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
And they have made no bones about this first drive, have they? Like, they said they were going to come out and establish the run and be physical. And the more physical team was going to win. And this offensive line so far, first drive, setting the tone, getting movement up front, getting running backs going. Palmer, the game gets very easy when you can run the football and establish that early in the football.
And you just keep doing it until the defense can stop it. That's got to be so demoralizing on the other side of the football, because you're absolutely getting the ball shoved down your throat right now early in this game. And you're right. You're letting the opponent completely dictate the terms of this football game to you. So until you prove you can stop it and you get more physical, it's going to be much of the same as this game continues to go on.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
How good has this defense been coming in? They've had a plan for this receiver. He's one of the fastest guys in all of college football, but he has just not been able to get loose or make anything big happen down the field. That time on a drag route, they're hoping he can just catch it and maybe use his speed to get to the outside, but a phenomenal job tackling by this defense, limiting the damage and now setting up 4th down. And what a decision to go for it on 4th down, and it pays off running the football, David. We knew coming into this one they knew they had to be aggressive, right? They were going to have to identify the opportunities early in this football game to just put the pedal to the metal to try and make good things happen early, and that's exactly what happens here. Down in the red...
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, South Carolina! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marsh. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Marsh. There he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd. Because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Snap to the back. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And if I'm a defense, I'm so excited because they know they can't run the football on me. They got to use a little bit of trickeration. They got to do something different because they know they can't man up and run it right at me. They know I'm too good. So, defense, let's go.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Michigan! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The extra point here would tie the game. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sellers pulls it in, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. It's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And now on second down for this offense. Here's Sellers to throw. Got a man, it's Tuggle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Fuller. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Quarterback keeper. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Offense working from the pistol. Throwing, Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Sellers. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. On the move. Powers through the defender. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And offensively, that is not ideal. That is not what you want. But you know what? Now you got a little bit more space. It's harder the closer you get in tight to the end zone. So now you got a little bit more space. Maybe you can make those throws out on the outside, spread them out a little bit, and throw the football.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Sellers. Grabs it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal. The Gamecocks will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Oh, those hurt. I mean, you got them backed up. You got them in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the second play and the third play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Underwood. The screen, and watch out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They're going to run it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go play action. Bryce Underwood fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He wants to change this route. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Runs for the tackle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Sends it back in motion. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire deep. Finds a man in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one final play of the half. These quarters going to give these receivers some space. On the run, still looking. Throwing on the run. Got it down the field. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We are just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Marsh. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything.
Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space, it's Marshall. Across the 45. There's some room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Making side adjustments here. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
What a big 3rd down stop for this defense. Man, they're in field goal range. What do? You push them out of range by getting pressure on the quarterback and, most importantly, getting that fast guy on the ground. He can make plays. He can get outside the pocket. Nice discipline, nice structure by this defense, and possibly taking points off the scoreboard.
Punt is on its way. And that is textbook, instructional video, out of bounds right around the goal line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Gives it on the option. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use it.
Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The give from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking for the score. He got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone, and it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And that one will give them the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Now on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the catch. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
That's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
That one comes out hot down the right side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Again, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers, those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
They'll move the wide receiver. Sellers. A little screen to the running back. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Moving out to the right. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
All wideouts, no backs. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up. This start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Underwood. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Marsh. It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Throwing, Underwood. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They want that clock to run. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game. And, Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Looking to fire. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Quarterback's got the first. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Get in the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Here's Underwood to throw. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To throw, it's Underwood. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside you just want to hit somebody so hard, and they're just taking a knee, and you just got to take the L.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Throwing, Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback keeps it. Got the 1st down. Inside the 25. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues.
And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Chambers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here's a heat. He's open on the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. With the